today's video, I want to talk about a video I made several months ago. And by the way, my YouTube channel is now 6 months old. I can't believe it. I've had a YouTube channel for 6 months. I love YouTube. I've enjoyed this experience so much. I encourage you to make some videos and publish them. I think you may like it too. Like so many other YouTubers, when you go back and watch your first or second or even first few months of videos, you cringe because you realize how bad those first videos were. Now, I've still got a long way to go. I hope I get a lot better at making videos. But what I wanted to talk about today is one of those videos I made. I made a video about a video that I had made at the very, very beginning of my YouTube journey. The first two videos I published on the same day. One was as I was driving along. I had become very frustrated with a homesteading YouTube channel that I had followed so closely for a year and a half that while I was traveling on a long commute, I just turned on my iPad, just shot the video out the window. I honestly didn't even realize that where I was projecting the camera as I was making the recording, but it was out a blurry image out the car window as I was talking. And I talked for 13 minutes that day about this homesteading YouTube channel that I had become frustrated with. Well, if you're interested in that video and you're interested in The Crockers, which was the homestead channel that I was talking about in that video, go back and watch it, but let me warn you, the audio is terrible, terrible, terrible. You'll have to turn the volume way up to even hear me if you want to hear my commentary of what I thought about The Crockers. Months later, when I thought I was becoming a better YouTuber, I made a follow-up video where I explained why I made the video about The Crockers. Well, I was on a long commute. I turned my iPad on, and instead of having the camera shooting out the window, I had the camera focused on the interior of my car, and you just see the seat. So I'm republishing that audio with some new video. So maybe it'll be a little more pleasing to watch. So I hope you'll watch my explanation of why I made that video the first day I started my YouTube channel about those YouTubers called The Crockers. Thanks for watching. Hey y'all, I am driving along on another beautiful day. I've got another long commute today, so I might as well make a video. And you know, my very first video, I was driving along board and I talked about a YouTube channel that I liked. I posted two videos the same day. One was a little video I had made months earlier about some fish I had bred, and the other video was a video of me just driving along talking about a YouTube channel I liked. And you know, I think I talked for 13 minutes. I think that video is 13 minutes long and it's totally unedited and it's got terrible audio. If you haven't already heard it, you may not want to go hear it because it's just me talking for 13 minutes straight about this YouTube channel that I had watched. For like a year and a half, I had watched this YouTube channel. And anyway, the audio is terrible. I didn't have, actually today, I mean, it's probably bad today, but at least now I'm aware that if I don't speak loud and clear, my phone or my iPad won't pick it up. And that day I'd never done a recording on my phone or iPad. I don't remember which one I was using, but there was so much car noise and wind noise that you can barely hear me. You hear more of the car noise than you do me. And I actually had a lot of people comment on that video, and it's gotten, I don't know, 2,000 views or something, which is not a lot of views, I know, for big YouTube channels, but for some little person like me, that was a lot of views. And I got a lot of complaints like, I can't hear you, your audio is terrible, blah, blah, blah. I just had to chuckle because I didn't, at the time of making the video, I didn't know what I was going to do with that video. I didn't even know why I was making the video. I didn't have a YouTube channel at that time. But as I've thought about it, I think why I made that recording 13 minutes long of me just talking about a YouTube channel that I had watched is because I think I was so frustrated with this YouTuber that had the channel. And I think, I don't want to say the YouTuber's name, but if you go back and you watch, if you go back and look at one of the first videos I did, it was the first or second video I posted or published, it's that YouTuber. It was this guy that was living off grid in Oklahoma, and he was building this cabin. And I think I got so invested in that channel, and I got so frustrated because it was just like the guy wasn't doing anything right. It was just, he wasn't making enough progress, and he would make these promises and then they wouldn't come true, and he'd give a deadline. Oh, I'm going to get this done, or I'm going to put in this wood burning stove, and I'm going to do this rock wall, and and then he would never do it. But instead of me just stop watching, I would keep watching. And I bet I watched that channel for a year and a half. So he was a good YouTuber in that he got you to hooked. I mean, he got you to watch his channel. But what was so frustrating is he never completed the off-grid cabin, and he got bored with it and moved on to something else. My husband had laughed at me about it because I would tell him about this YouTube channel, and I would complain to him about this guy and how he wasn't making good decisions and how he needed to do this and he needed to do that. And my husband said, well, that guy's smarter than you are, because if he did the right thing and was out there building like you would really build and made a lot of progress, the channel would only last, I mean, he would a couple of months. Because, you know, most people that go out there and know what they're doing, they can build a off-grid cabin in a couple of months. And he said here he's drug it out for a year and a half and made all these videos, and all these people are following him. He said he's smarter than you are. He said, so he's smart for not finishing that cabin and taking it slow and making these mistakes. And he said, you probably did it on purpose. So I don't know if that YouTuber really was purposely messing up and not making progress or not. Maybe he was. But I think that's why I made that 13-minute video, me talking about that channel. I think I was just so frustrated that I had invested a year and a half watching a channel about a guy building a cabin off grid, and then it never was completed. And you know, years ago I saw an episode of The Big Bang where Sheldon Cooper, you know, the genius on The Big Bang, he had a problem where he had to complete things. He had to see something, you know, completed. And his girlfriend, who was a neuroscientist, I think, she showed him how, you know, how she stacked up a bunch of dominoes and she knocked him over. And then as she watched the dominoes fall, and then she grabbed one right at the end where it never came to completion. That just about, you know, drove Sheldon crazy because he needed that completion. And I'm thinking, not that I'm a genius like Sheldon, but I think maybe that's what it was about that YouTube channel, is just the fact that I had invested that year and a half of watching those videos and cheering this guy on and wanting him to succeed, and then he never completed the off-grid cabin. And when I say invested, I never sent him any money or anything like that, or any gifts or anything like that. But I watched his videos, and I really felt like I was cheering him on, and he never completed it. But anyway, a lot of people watched the video. I mean, not a lot. I mean, over 2,000, as I said, but views. And I realized from a lot of comments I got on that video that a lot of folks felt the way I did. They really got invested emotionally in his channel, and they were rooting for him to finish that off-grid cabin. And I think a lot of folks got frustrated that he never finished it. But you know, maybe it was all just for YouTube views, and maybe that is how his channel grew, by just dragging it out and causing, maybe, you know, with that creating suspense, you know, does he ever finish this cabin? And like I say, he never did. He never did. I don't know what that YouTuber's doing now. I mean, I do think he still has a channel. I don't know, he may have changed the name, but he's definitely moved off that property, and he's not doing that anymore. But anyway, that's a story of how I got started in YouTube and why I made that first 13-minute video of me just rambling on about a YouTube channel about a guy that was building an off-grid cabin in Oklahoma. Well, that's it, y'all. That's the revised version of that explanation video that I made about the Crockers. I want to thank everyone so much that watch my videos. I am enjoying having this YouTube channel so much. I have stopped watching the Crockers, but if you still watch them, comment down below. Let me know, what are the Crockers up to now? I certainly wish them well. I did enjoy watching their channel for a long time. Until next time, bye.